Hey, so we have almost collected all the bits and pieces of Homer Simpson here, and I'm going to drag my layers panel out here just to make this whole thing a little bit more obvious. Now we have, did I write yellow without a W? Yes, I did. Yellow, blue, white, layer 1. Layer 1, that was the black lines. So I'm going to call it black. All right, and the only thing left to get is his mouth and the donut. Now they aren't the same color, but you know what? Let's get them at the same time. Now the magic wand may or may not be perfect for this, but before I do anything else, what do you want to tell me? You want to tell me I'm not on the right layer, because the donut and his mouth are specifically only on the background right now. Okay, so let's try it. Got a little more than we intended there, right? So let me show you something we can work with on that. The tolerance. If you're collecting more stuff than you should, lower the tolerance, and you have a much smaller acceptable range, right? So we have some missing bits here. Let's go ahead and round them up. Let's go ahead and get the donut as well. Now the problem is we're on contiguous. So we've got black, or non-contiguous, right? So we've got black selected again, and that's really more than we need. So once again, let's turn contiguous on. This is going to give us some control over this process. So now we've got his mouth and most of the donut. And what I'm going to do is just boost it a little bit. You remember before, select, modify. How about if I go in here and just say something like expand by 2 pixels? All right, a good bit better. We have, except we just got black again. God. The funny thing is, this is a case where the magic wand is showing its weakness, right? So we do not treat this like our only tool is a hammer. Let's try the quick selection tool. My guess is it's going to be pretty good at this. See? Now it had a pretty clear delineation there. It did miss a little bit, right? It missed in the sense that it went and got more than it should have, right? You can see what I'm doing, creeping along that line there with the negative selection turned on. And now I'm going to go back to add to selection, and let me start to get the donut, and you can see it jumping across areas of the donut, which is a strange thing to say. And then we're going to get this section down here. So the magic wand is a little bit stupid about separation, and the quick selection tool tends to be able to generalize a little bit better and kind of treat it as a unique situation. Oh, and I don't want the hole in the middle of the donut. All right, let's edit, copy, and let's edit, paste special, paste in place. Mouth, donut. All right, so let's fit it on screen. Let's hide the background here. And look, we've got the whole picture reassembled pretty well. There are probably some little light gaps here and there, but nothing really bad, right? It did a pretty good job of grabbing him. Now, I want to remind you of something here. While we've got this, let me hide these layers. Right? Kind of an interesting collection of things there. Now, the background is turned on, and none of the layers we've captured is. So, if I wanted to capture Homer in his entirety, about as quick as I could, let me show you. I'm on the background. Here's the magic wand. I click. Now, that white went out and grabbed all the white that's surrounding him, right? It's now surrounding him like an ocean around an island. If I go select, do you remember inverse? Now it's got him. Now, if I copy, I've got all of Homer at one go. But remember what's going to happen if I cut, right? We are on a background layer, and background layers have this weird sort of a rigid kind of characteristic to them. They are not as flexible as regular layers are. So let me show you. All I have to do to make that a more acceptable way to work it is go to the lock that's on the background layer and unlock it. Right? Now, if I cut, Control X, now we're just seeing the typical transparency through there. So the difference between a locked layer and just a standard one is a big difference at certain critical moments. Okay? All right, I'm going to wrap this up.